Hey guys, welcome back. So I wanted to get on here and record a video. Just some things that I wish that I was told. Like in my 20s when I was dating, I wish I had someone that kind of pulled me to the side and told me, some of these things. Because I think that for a very long time, people glorified like being in a relationship over autonomy, over being single, or over doing what is best for them or what aligns with their journey. um so that's what kind of like sparked this message today, and I have a few notes here that I want to go over. So the first thing is take things slow. I think oftentimes when we get into relationships with people, we get super excited. And the excitement is fine. You can be excited, but take things slow. Allow people to gain access to you. Everyone doesn't deserve your time and energy. And how will you know that if you speed up? How will you know that if you don't take your time and slow down and get to know someone? The next item is do not overshare. This to me is more of a safety thing. And the reason being is because navigating the world that we're in today, everyone doesn't mean well, right? Like some people get into relationships for the wrong reasons. And even though you may think it's innocent, people's true colors come out as time goes on. And sometimes they use information, your insecurities, or even, you being vulnerable as a tactic to use it against you. And so you should be very cautious in the information that you share, and don't, be so quick to share everything. And then the next one is have boundaries and be diligent about reinforcing your boundaries, because people will test you. People will test you. And I think oftentimes when we like people or even love people, right? Like we tend to allow people to disrespect our boundaries, or we, say, well, it's just this one time. And whatever the excuse is, remember that boundaries are for you and your safety. It's not for anyone else. So don't break or minimize your boundaries to accommodate other people. And then the next one is seek alignment over the relationship. And what I mean by that is honor where you are in your journey. Sometimes the journey calls for being solo, sometimes it calls for being in a relationship. Um, and wherever you fall, being in a relationship is no greater than being single. Like it's one and the same. But you should honor where you are, you should honor what you want, and you should be prepared to eliminate people and situations and habits that don't align with your journey. And the next one is to prioritize your safety and your well being. That should always be top priority. Because as we're walking this journey called life, people will demonstrate toxic behaviors and habits that will make us question whether that person or situation is good for us or healthy for us. And if you even have to question it in the first place, I'm here to tell you that it probably isn't. So you should always prioritize your safety and your well being, no matter what. The next one is you are not responsible for anyone's healing. You are only responsible for your own healing. Do not get into situations where you take on DIY projects or You give people the benefit of the doubt, meaning they disrespect you, or they're involved in unhealthy behaviors, and you think it will get better over time. While it may get better over time, think about it like this. Would you like to wait at your own expense to see if things get better? Or are you going to take that as a hint that this is just not for you, at least not right now? And the next one is, do not sacrifice yourself for anyone or any relationship. That means your beliefs, your values, or your boundaries. Don't sacrifice, because anyone who is asking you to sacrifice any of those things, they're not meant for you, and they're just going to cause you more harm than good. And the next one is, do not date or be in a relationship with someone out of pity at all. At the end of the day, you have you, right? Like, we don't have time to waste on relationships that are not beneficial. We don't have time to waste on relationships that are going to bring us down. Okay? Like, the goal of a relationship is to, yes, grow, learn, but also enjoy it. Enjoy it. We don't do like that. Like, if you, and I hate to say it this way, but honestly, if you're looking for charity work, go volunteer. Relationships should not be charity work. It should not feel like a daunting task or draining. And I don't believe that charity work feels that way. But what I'm saying is, if you date someone out of pity, it will start to feel that way. And the next one is, do not ignore signs or when someone is, disrespecting you or walking over your boundaries. Address them as they are happening, because number one, that's good practice in allowing you to speak up for yourself. But then number two, it'll help you to recognize people for who they are and situations for what they are, right? Like, people show you who they are earlier on in the relationship. And sometimes we ignore things like this in order to be with that person. And then we start to beat ourselves up about not addressing the things initially. So do not ignore. Do not ignore. And then the next one is, listen to your intuition. And this to me is more of me speaking from experience, because any relationship that I was ever in that I felt was abusive or toxic, while I did not notice red flags right away, I always had this nagging feeling inside of me that something was not right with this person. Something was not, something was a little off about the relationship, or it was just not the place that I was supposed to be for where I was in my journey. And I ignored that. And even though I ignored it, it got louder and louder over time. And then the final one is, do not allow anyone to bring you down. No family members, no friends, nobody at work, no relationship. Don't allow it. Don't even entertain it for 1 second. Because the thing about personal development and growth is, as time goes on, like, your light gets brighter and brighter and brighter. Like, you have this aura about you that's going to attract not only good things, but also the bad things, like bad things, bad situations. And people are just going to be naturally attracted to you. That doesn't mean that everybody is for you, and it's your responsibility to discern, right? Like, you don't have to say yes to everything. Say no to some people. Because when we entertain like the wrong types of relationships or, unhealthy behaviors or habits, over time that brings us down the more we entertain those situations and those people. So do yourself a favor and don't even do it. Don't even do it, because those relationships and situations, I think, are a lot easier to recognize up front. So those are my tips. And if you resonate with this video, give it a thumbs up and comment down below. Okay, thanks. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.